Hello, I am Sister Marie Antoine, and I will be your freshman English teacher. I hope by the time you're watching this video that you've had plenty of rest and that you are having a good summer. Okay, so again, as said in the summer reading assignments, you are going to be watching grammar videos this summer. Okay, I do have a disclaimer. So you have 2 grammar videos to watch. So these 2 grammar videos, they're not meant to be an extremely thorough explanation of these grammar concepts. They're not supposed to be they're not supposed to be your first introduction to these concepts, and therefore they're not really meant to be very comprehensive or thorough. Instead, these videos are meant to review concepts that you should have already covered at your grade school. However, I understand that some of you might not have covered some of these concepts. So if you're watching these videos and you think, oh my goodness, sister is going way too fast and I really have no idea what she's talking about. So if you look at these videos and you're recognizing that you don't really know any of it, then that is your cue to email me. So my email is mnguyen@matchbuff.org. Okay? So if you have not covered these concepts at your grade school, and you're confused about what's going on in these videos, please email me and I can get you more thorough and comprehensive resources that will help meet your needs. So if you email me, I can give you a more thorough explanation of what's happening in these videos. But otherwise, I'm going to try to keep them brief because I know you're on summer break. And again, these videos are just meant to review concepts you should have learned in grade school. All right, so our first video is going to cover nouns, action verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and articles. I just want to cover some very basic parts of speech. All right? Okay. So a noun is basically person, place, or thing, or idea. Okay? A sister once told me the good way to remember a noun is if you can believe in it, lick it, kick it, or spit on it, you have a noun. All right? So noun, person, place, or thing, or idea. Okay, so I'm just going to give examples of each. So for example, example of person. So manager, coach. Okay, these are examples of people. All right, some examples of places, maybe the living room or the kitchen or the classroom. All right, again, these are other examples of nouns. Okay, examples of things like pretty much anything you run into, like desks, chairs, gum, and so forth. Now, ideas can also be considered a noun. So ideas such as love, faith, justice. These are also nouns. So here are examples of nouns. Now, I do want you to know specific types of nouns. Now, there are many, many different types of nouns, but we're only going to just focus on a few. I do want you to know what a proper noun is. So a proper noun is a specific name of a person, place, a proper noun is a specific name of a person, place, thing, or idea. So examples of proper noun would be like Bishop Matchbuff. So Bishop Matchbuff is a specific name of a place. Okay. Other proper nouns include Jennifer. So Jennifer is a specific name of a person. All right, or Denver. Denver is a specific name of a place. Okay, so within a noun, you can also have proper nouns, and proper nouns are merely specific names of the person, place, or thing. Basically, if you capitalize it, then you have a proper noun. All right. Okay, another type of noun I want you to know about is a possessive noun. So possessive noun shows ownership. So possessive noun shows ownership. Okay, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but just remember, like, you are supposed to be taking notes over this. So please make sure you have notes over the items we've discussed so far. So possessive noun shows ownership, okay? So for example, the cat's food, okay? Cat, apostrophe S, is a possessive noun, all right? The cat has possession or ownership over the food. Okay, another example of possessive noun is the school's auditorium. Okay, school's auditorium. School, so the apostrophe S indicates that the school has ownership over the auditorium. Okay, has ownership or possession over the auditorium. So schools is another example of a possessive noun. Okay, so just to review so far, we've reviewed what a noun is, which is a person, place, or thing. And we've talked about two specific types of nouns, proper nouns and possessive nouns. Okay, now let's go to action verbs. All right, so action verbs describe an action. So in an action verb, it's something that you are doing. All right, so action verbs describe an action. Okay, like an action verb is something that you can do. So something you can do. So examples of action verbs include sit, walk, talk, write. These are all examples of action verbs. All right. Okay, moving on. Another key part of speech that we want to go over are adjectives. So adjectives describe nouns. They describe or modify nouns. Okay? So you know it's an adjective if it's describing a noun or if it's modifying a noun, such as, so some examples are the fat cat. Okay, so notice in this example, fat is telling me about cat. Fat is telling me what kind of cat I have. So fat, because it's describing a noun, is my adjective. Okay? Another example would be big wagon. Okay? Big tells me what kind of wagon I have. All right, it specifies for me what wagon we're talking about. So big is describing wagon. Wagon is a noun. So big is describing a noun. So therefore, big is an adjective. Okay, so be careful though. There are some words that can either be a noun or an adjective depending on how it's used in a sentence. For example, let's say we have something like, there are words that can be an adjective or noun depending on how it's used. For example, let's say we have something like piano keys. Okay? Generally speaking, piano could be a noun depending on how you're using it. However, in this case, piano keys, in this example, piano is not a person, place, or thing. Piano is actually describing what kind of keys I have. Piano is modifying keys. Because it is modifying keys, which is a noun, piano in this instance is an adjective. So I show you that example just for you to recognize that in order to figure out whether it's an adjective or noun, you had to figure out how it's being used in that sentence. Okay? If a word is being used to describe a noun, then you have an adjective. All right, let's go to adverbs. So adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. All right? Okay, so for example, let's say you have the phrase walked slowly. Okay? In this instance, walked is a verb. Slowly is telling you how the person walked. So slowly is telling you how this person walked. Slowly is telling you, hey, this person walked slowly. So slowly, because it's modifying a verb, is my adverb. Now, adverbs can also modify adjectives and other verbs. So let's say I have very nice girl. Okay, let's say a very nice girl. Okay, in this case, so girl is my noun, because it's a person. Okay, so nice in this sentence is describing girl. It's telling me what kind of girl I have. What kind of girl do I have? I have a nice girl. So nice would be an adjective because it's describing girl. However, I also have the word very. Now, very is not describing girl though. Very is telling me how nice this girl is. Very is telling me that this girl is very, so very is modifying nice. It's telling me how nice this girl is. Because very is describing an adjective. It's describing the adjective nice. So because it's describing an adjective, it is an adverb. Something that will help you remember, basically, if the word you have is describing a noun, you have an adjective. If the word is describing something other than a noun, you have an adverb. All right? And again, hopefully this is a review, but if not, please email me and let me know. Okay, articles. So an article is basically used to introduce a noun. Used to introduce a noun. All right? So you have three articles. You have the, a, and an. Those are your three articles, and they are your only three articles. So what you want to do is you want to remember that if you have the, a, or an, you have an article. All right, let's try an example. So in these examples, you're going to identify the parts of speech in each sentence. So let's look at this one. The angry man walked quickly. Okay, the is always an article. Okay, angry. You want to think, okay, well, what's angry doing in the sentence? Well, angry in this sentence is describing man. All right? So then I want to think, well, what part of speech is man? Well, man is a person, so man is a noun. Angry is describing man. It's describing a noun, so angry would be an adjective. All right, walked. Okay, that's an action, so that's my action verb. And then I have quickly. Well, quickly is telling me about how fast the man walked. Quickly is modifying walked. It's describing how the man walked. So quickly then would be my adverb. All right. The rest of these practice problems I want you to do on your own. Now, if you are feeling insecure or you want me to check your answers or you want to make sure you're on the right track, feel free to email me and I will email you back should you want to check some of your answers or if you need extra help. All right, God bless you and have a good day.